first time Wentz has had to deal with injuries. He's had several issues, even going back to his college days. Most notable, the torn ACL in 2017 that caused him to miss the Eagles' run to a Super Bowl title. We got Dan Orlovsky and his wonderful makeup back with us. Dan, do you believe that Carson Wentz will be able to bounce back in Indy?
I absolutely do. Two words: competency and confidence. First of all, I think this injury, it might be similar to what Patrick Mahomes had last year with that turf toe, sesamoid bone injury that, like, you could potentially play through it. Patrick had off-season surgery and whatnot, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. The competency is tied to the organization. I think Chris Ballard, their general manager, is a fantastic general manager that's put a really good, competent roster around him, and then the confidence that the coaches are going to instill in him. I always say this with players, and Dom has probably heard this analogy. When you're a player and you're dealing with coaches that aren't good coaches, that you just don't understand the things that they're saying or trying to teach you, it's like not being able to see, right? You're like, I can't see clearly, and you need to put glasses on. And then when you get with good coaches, it's like having glasses on. Like, oh, I can see a lot better, but every day you got to put your glasses on. You got to clean your contacts, you got to put your glasses on, all that stuff. So it's still a little bit of work. Frank Reich is like having LASIK surgery for Carson Wentz. Like, you wake up and you go. You understand why he's calling certain plays and when he's calling him, what he's looking for, and the preparation of the certain situational things. And that's the analogy. It's like going from needing glasses, wearing glasses, to having LASIK surgery and being like 20/20 or 20/10. Perfect vision with that coaching. And I think that coaching is going to breed a ton of confidence into Carson Wentz. I'd also say that this year's 2021 Indianapolis Colts roster is a lot like the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles one. There is no star on this roster offensively, nor was there in 2017 when he was the runaway MVP. It was built upon the offensive line in 17. They've got a great offensive line in Indy this year. They didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver in 2017. They're not going to have one this year. They had like 3 that went over 800 in Philly. They didn't have a 1,000-yard back in Philly in 2017. They had 4 dudes go over 400. Now, why Jonathan Taylor is a really, really, really good back, Mack and Hines in Indy are as well. So I think it's like baseball. You know, Carson Wentz last year went up there all the time at the plate, Dom, like, okay, I got to hit a home run. I got to hit a home run because I didn't have anybody on base around me. He's going to have the ability to have so many good hitters around him. He just needs to have the mindset of, I could hit singles, just put the bat on the ball, make good swings. And I think that's a huge reason why he's going to have a big bounce back season, given he stays healthy.
But I mean, I think that your analysis comes from partially a place of desire. Like, you want him to have this bounce back.
Yeah,
and I would love for him to have this bounce back too. It'd be a great story. But I think if you look at this situation a little bit more honestly, I think it's hard to build a story around Carson Wentz that involves it being him that is special. And also, we started this, Christine went down went down a list of the many injuries, and that's also a red flag to have this pop up again. And yeah, it's similar to what Patrick Mahomes had, but he's not Patrick Mahomes. We all know that. Right. And he's in a new situation. We accept that. And he's also someone who's gotten injured a lot. You can blame it on the holes in the offensive line. You can blame it on his decision-making, holding on to the ball, or trying to run through the goal line, run through the Rams defense at the goal line in that play, or towards the end of his MVP caliber season. Like, maybe you can blame it on all those things, but you can't change the decision-making part of it. Yes, you can give him a better offensive line, but you can't suddenly make him a better decision-maker. And I guess you would argue that maybe Frank Reich is the guy that's going to step in and bring him back to what he once was. But the problem is the aberration in Carson Wentz's resume was that great season. Like, I hate it as much. Well, I don't hate it as much as you hate it because you love him. I don't know him. I appreciate him as a good football player or decent football player. But if we're honest about it, the aberration was that season. What we saw more consistently out of Carson Wentz is him making poor decisions, him getting hit a lot, him coming up short when they expected more out of him. And you and I are smart enough to know that you can't just put it all on one player. I'm not saying that it's all his fault. It was a bad situation, but he experienced that situation, and it didn't seem like he grew from that situation. He became a player who was trying to force his way out to get somewhere else. He did not become a player that was going to make everything work for him. So he is in a new spot, and I'm hopeful, like you, that maybe he will get it together, but I'm not betting on it. It's not likely. Again, the aberration was the great season. That was not what he was consistently.
Okay, first of all, because I've been on television with you respectfully, and you've talked about last year how bad he was. So if you're going to point out that 17 was an aberration, then you've got to be fair and say that last year was an aberration. I don't even know if I'm saying that word correctly, by the way.
Oh, you're doing it.
That you got
Excellent
okay,
job.
so you got to point that out to be fair. Number two, you can't talk about Carson Wentz having a track history of poor decision making. I think he's the only quarterback, or maybe one of two, including Drew Brees, that has had 3 straight seasons when he's had 21 or more touchdowns and 7 or less interceptions. Like, that speaks directly to a guy that is a good decision maker. If we're going to attach it to the decision at the goal line to go dive, listen, we see that all the time with the health.
You're right. That's a good stat to bring up. You're right. I'm pointing to just in general throughout last season, where it's like we can point to a lot of those things. We can point, if it was just that goal line thing, that's fine. But last year, I could bring up plenty of tape of him rolling to the right and throwing swing passes against the Washington football team. That was a bad decision. Of him not being comfortable with throwing away the ball and giving up on the down. That's the decision making that leads to injury that I'm talking about.
I think we both agree that last year was bad. And if you're going to say, well, 17 was the high and last year was the low, like you made the comment, he didn't show up when they needed him the most. Like 2019 is a direct contrast to that comment, Dom. Like, we watched 2019 and we watched what he did with that. So that, like, we can't pretend. That's my thing with the whole Carson Wentz conversation. Because everyone thinks, like, oh, you're Carson. Everyone just points to the things that haven't gone well, and they pretend like the things that he's done well don't happen. Like 17 didn't happen, or the start of 18 didn't happen, or the end of 19 didn't happen, because those were shining light moments for him. And everyone points to, well, he got hurt, or last year was really bad. Like, there's got to be a middle ground. My thing is this. In the NFL, you can't coach talent. Talent-wise, physical talent-wise, he's one of the top 8 at the position. If he's healthy is a fair thing. I'm going to bank and hope that he stays healthy. With his potential health and that system and roster in Indy, he is an MVP type of player at quarterback. There's no debating that. If your guy was there, I'd say the same thing. If Dak was playing in Indy, I'd say the same thing, because the team is